What's happening, everyone? It's Kyle from Magpie 24/7, and I hope you're all good. Now, preview time, and thinking of doing this video last week, like where the international break has been on and stuff. Like before, a little bit of news that you might have seen happened. This game was very much a game a lot of were dreading and not looking forward to. However, this little bit of news, I don't know if you might have just came across what the news was, but Newcastle got a little takeover, just a little one, to become the richest club in the world, the richest club in the fucking world. Say it again, say it louder, say it prouder. The richest club in the world. It's fucking class. Like, I still can't get over it. I feel like someone's gonna knock us on the head. Wake up, Kyle. And yeah, we're still and then be like, aye, class. But yeah, we're the richest club in the world, and it's like it's just crazy because after that Wolves game, like, it was just flat, dead. That I just didn't want to just have anything to do with Newcastle. It was just like, get me out of here. I don't care. Just let us. Like, I felt like taking knitting or some shit. It was that bad supporting Newcastle at the time. And then the news breaks through. We get to take over. Parties in the streets. Cans everywhere. Fucking brilliant, right? But it just shows how much a takeover has been desperately needed, because Newcastle all of a sudden is alive. It's electric. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. Twitter's a lovely place. Social media's fantastic. It's just all hunky dory. Even though the realism is Steve Bruce is still the manager, and we're 19th in the league and we haven't won a game yet. But it just shows how much of a lift this has actually gave Newcastle United, and it's gave the fan base of Newcastle United as well. Like, I can only speak for me, but just the feeling of having like a club have hope again, and they're posting nice things, and the owners going to visit the training ground and stuff like that. It's like, it's totally alien to me. It's crazy. Like, like I think True Faith put it best on their podcast when the takeover went through. It's almost like we're institutionalized towards a certain way the club's ran, and we're institutionalized to Mike Ashley and his ways, and it's like we're seeing all this freedom and we're seeing all this like love, and it's like, what what the fuck, what is it, like, what is this? It's mad. It's not just mad though, but it's nice. It's a nice feeling to have, where you wake up and you think, Christ, we've been linked with a good director of football. He helped build RB Leipzig in Germany. Oh, fucking hell, we're linked with the Borussia Dortmund manager. Bloody hell, Antonio Conte, former Premier League winner. And then you tune into Talk Sport, and Danny Murphy, like, honestly, lad, like, I've never known such delusion from a talk show in my life. But they seem to find people who get paid for an opinion and they spout absolute shit. They haven't got a, like, Danny Murphy goes on Talk Sport and he says there'd be no one better equipped than Steve Bruce. You wouldn't have Antonio Conte, and you wouldn't have Favre, who were linked with the Borussia Dortmund manager, because Steve Bruce has survived relegation zones before. Like, they're putting a narrative out to people. Like, this is a genuine opinion. This bloke gets paid for his opinion, and he's saying he would prefer Steve Bruce. 28% win record, over 300 plus games as a Premier League manager, one of the worst in history. He prefers Steve Bruce to Antonio Conte, who won Serie A last season and he won the Premier League 5 years ago. Whilst Steve Bruce was where? Hull? Villa in the Championship? Like, like, it's fucking insane. Like, how can you like think something like that, and then think, and then you've got Jim White pulling faces at Favre because he's never heard of him, because he's so arrogant of this narrative that these old school managers can keep you up. It's the same dribbled old shit that they used to put out with Sam Allardyce, so Sam Allardyce will keep you up. But the bottom line is these managers that we're linked with are good at winning games of football. That they set standards higher than the bottom three, and Talksport putting out this fucking strange narrative that we need to keep Steve Bruce. You've got Danny Murphy, Jim White, and Trevor Sinclair all saying on his best mate fucking Gabriel Agbonlahor saying Steve Bruce should have money to spend. He's never had it in his career. Like, hold up. He was the highest spending championship team in history with Aston Villa. He had them 13th before he was sacked. He's been backed more than any other Newcastle manager in the history of Newcastle United. Had 165 million to spend. That team, barring two players, is his team. And we're 19th in the fucking league. What more do you need? What more evidence do you need? We haven't won this season. Like, before Graham Jones came in and we had a honeymoon period with his coaching, we're 2 wins in 25 or 24. What more evidence do you need that Steve Bruce is absolutely fucking useless? And, like, Mike Ashley didn't sack Steve Bruce mainly down to the takeover. Whatever excuse you want to use, it's not relevant now because Mike Ashley's no longer here and I don't want to give him space or time of my life anymore. He's not needed. Don't need it. But now the new owners have came in. It's unexpected to them. I don't think they were expecting the takeover to go through so quickly, and they're trying to plan things and get stuff in place and stuff. So Steve Bruce hasn't yet been sacked. But like the crazy narrative from Talksport, and I can just see it coming when Steve Bruce finally gets sacked, because he will. Like it's they're going to be like, well, what, you should have given Steve Bruce a chance. He's done great. He's done this. He's a nice man. And I've never ever understood the narrative of like old dinosaur managers being given a chance. Like, I've never ever ever understood it. And it's like what are you trying to prove? Like, you've got Jim White pulling faces at managers he doesn't know because he's that short fucking sighted. You've got Gabby Agbonlahor saying he should have more money. Give Steve Bruce 300 million. He's fucking dangerous. Jack Cork, Jay Rodriguez, straight through the door be El Mohammadi on a fucking 7-year contract. You'll have Jones through the door from Phil Jones from Man United. You'd have players like that coming in when you've got Amanda Staveley saying Newcastle need to be aiming higher and obviously stuff like that. And they've had meetings. Sky Sports have had like daily Steve Bruce watch, and the owners went in to go and meet them. The new owners have went to go and meet Steve Bruce, and apparently not much was discussed. But then again, like, is it smart to steady the ship, keep Bruce to steady the ship while we'll come up with different people to bring in? But if the thing is, I think a lot of fans wanted Steve Bruce out the door because it really tarnishes what Sunday could look like. Like, it's a fantastic feeling. New owners, new direction, new everything. It's just, like, no Sports Direct. It's like it's a dream come true for a lot of fans, and a lot of fans have waited a lot of years for this to happen. And I think a lot of the 96% that wanted him out the door, me included, feel like if Newcastle go 1-0 down, all that kind of turns to toxicity again because Steve Bruce is still here. And it's like, I've never known a more disliked manager in my time as a fan. I really haven't. And I don't think, to many, some might say Graham Souness, like some might say John Carver, some might say Steve McLaren, but by the outstanding majority, I've never known a manager to be as disliked as much as Steve Bruce. Over a 2-year period, we still don't know what the identity is. We don't know what anything is about what he's trying to do, because the simple fact is he doesn't know what he's trying to do, and it's just we're going back and forth, and you have one, and it's just a standard negativity on the club, and he's still here, and it's the last remaining piece of the Ashley era, and for me, that's got to be eradicated pretty quickly. Don't get us wrong, I back the owners completely, and if they need to find time to find a structure and stuff, because like I say, they need time to sort things like this out. So for me, they have me full backing, but I just don't want there to be a negative vibe around them coming to the club, because we'll go 1 or 2-0 down and the chant for Steve Bruce's head again, because a lot of fans have waited for this chance to be a Newcastle United without Mike Ashley in it. And you know, I'm really looking forward to Sunday, despite Steve Bruce not being sacked and like new owners and stuff. I think once they get presented to the crowd, it's going to be absolutely unbelievable. Like, and I haven't even started talking about the football yet. I'm just talking about the general stuff around Newcastle. Like, can Newcastle beat Tottenham? The thing is, like, mentality is a wonderful thing, and with the takeover and the boost, it is going to be a fantastic atmosphere. Kick off Sunday at 4:30. It's going to be unreal, right? And like for me, although Steve Bruce could hold that back, Tottenham are on a fucking shit run at the minute. They've been hammered by Arsenal. They're hammered off Crystal Palace. I think they've lost 3 or 4 on the bounce, and they look devoid of any confidence. Harry Kane can't score any goals. So for me, with how good the crowd, like a great example of this was when we got relegated a couple of years ago when Rafa Benitez was still in charge, and the crowd shook Tottenham and will beat them 5-1 despite being a relegated team. Um, if we can shake St James's Park again and shake Tottenham again, we can beat Tottenham for sure. I don't know if it'll save Bruce any face or it'll keep him from his job. I'm not sure how that looks at the moment. I don't think Amanda Staveley will be looking to keep Bruce in charge on the basis how disliked he is by the fan base and how severely underperformed he has been this season and probably last season as well. The only thing he can be thanked for is keeping it up, and even then, I think they thanked the wrong coach, mind. But I think Graham Jones coming in really give with the honeymoon period the bit of a push to keep winning the league, and yeah, I mean, it's just for me, it's a game I'm looking forward to. If the crowd can shake Tottenham and get on top, and we can push forward and we can get a win. I'm really confident we can get a win Sunday. It's kind of a El Saka going away because I think Nuno is kind of struggling as well, and I think if he gets beat Sunday, I think he might lose his job as well. So there's a lot riding on this game, but I really think the momentum and um the the atmosphere, because it's sold out, it's ready to go. Like the tickets for this game is rarer than rock and horse shit. It's fucking going to be one hell of an atmosphere, and I can't wait for it. Hopefully, get your comments in. Let us know how you feel regarding the game. I think we'll stick with a 4-2-3-1, like we'll have the past couple of games, and hopefully, with the crowd on the side and a new lease of life in Newcastle, hopefully that gets the players rejuvenated enough and happy enough, because looking from social media and stuff, the players are absolutely buzzing with the new lease of life in the team. So for me, I think that'll be enough. If we put one past Tottenham, I think they'll fold because the pressure on Nuno and the players being very low in confidence, getting beat 3 off Crystal Palace. I mean, if Crystal Palace can put 3 past these and keep a clean sheet, we can as well. Do you know what I mean? So let's get into them Sunday. New lease of life, new lease of confidence, new owners, new era. Let's get about it. But get your comments in. Let us know how you think would set up, and let us know what you think on whether Bruce should be given time in line with the talk sport people. But I love yous and leave yous for now, and catch yous on the next video. And yeah, see yous later, everyone. Ta-da.